Welcome back to another day of Lockdown to Liberty. It's great to have you tuning in with us again. And we hope that you're going to get a lot out of today as we think about some physical fitness with Leila and a dance fitness session. And then as we sort of engage our brains and get thinking about how we can work towards creating a better, brighter future for ourselves with Julia, our life coach. But enough from me. Let's get on with today's session and hand over to Leila.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to your physical dance section of Lockdown to Liberty. We hope you had fun the other days that you've been joining in. We're going to get straight into our fitness session today, so make sure you've got plenty of space around you, a bottle of water if you need to, and no obstacles in your way. Let's get cracking. Okay guys, welcome back. Today we're going to keep the energy up, keep the energy high, get you smiling, moving off your couches. We're going to get straight into it. We're going to start today with some punches. So nice wide stance. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Punch forward. Really get that energy going. Think about that food that you don't like, or I don't know, something you don't want in the room with you. There we go. Punch up. Up. 2, 3, 4. Excellent, well done everybody. We're going to keep those punches going, and then we're going to take those punches to the side in 5, 6, 7, 8. Side. Well done everyone. Keep those punches going. We're going to take it up to the diagonals. Up, up. Good stuff. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now across. Really reach across. Stretching out those oblique muscles in the side. Nice big stretch as we go through. Lovely. And now we're going to take it down to the feet. Down, down. Well done everyone. How are you doing? Keep breathing. Lovely. We're going to march on the spot. Good stuff. We're going to get ready for some arm presses. So we're going to open the arms in and out while we step right and left and right. Keep those elbows high and right and left and right and left. Good job. March on the spot. Well done everybody. Let's take some single shoulder taps. Tap, tap, tap. Well done. Keeping that energy going, really swing those arms. A light tap on your shoulder. There we go, you should feel that energy streaming through your body. It's impossible to feel grumpy while you're exercising, but as we go, we'll keep moving. And march. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to our punches, punch. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2. 5, 6, up we go, 1. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2. Well done, to the side, and 1. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2. Well done everyone. Punch up to the corner. Give it some energy. Woo. Party time. Here we go. And across. And reach. Lovely. Keep bending those knees as you move. Well done. And down. 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. And march. And well done everybody. Breathe in. And shake it all out. Well done everybody, you've done amazingly today. Keep watching for the rest of the week and go and get yourself a drink of water.
Hello and welcome to another session of Coaching with Julia. Before we start today, have you got your pen and paper ready? Great. Now remember, if I speed ahead, you can pause the video or of course watch it back a second time. Now remember, let's put aside any distractions. I want you to just have this moment again for yourself, to think about yourself. Ready? We're going to take 2 deep breaths. In and out. In and out. We all have strengths. Whether or not you think you have strengths and whether or not you are aware of what they are, there are just some areas of your life that you are stronger in than other areas. There are also areas of your life that you're stronger in than other people. You may have some natural talents and abilities that other people don't. You will also have learned some skills throughout your life so far that others haven't learned. The combination of all of these things mean that you are uniquely gifted. Maybe you feel uncomfortable hearing that. Many people, especially British people, don't like talking about or even thinking about their strengths. This means that if I ask you right now what your strengths are, you might initially draw a blank. But it's important to be aware of and to work with our strengths. When we face a challenge, our strengths are our natural toolkit to help us to overcome these challenges. Being aware of our strengths also helps us to have the belief that we can overcome challenges. Today, I'm going to help you uncover some of your strengths and to make a fun tool that you can use when you need to remember what your strengths are and to draw on them. So grab your pen and paper. I want you to think of something about yourself that you are pleased with. It can be anything at all, but it must be a positive thing about yourself that you are pleased with. Now write down a time when you've noticed yourself being or doing this thing. What is it in particular that pleases you about this thing? Write this down. Okay, now I want you to think about a time when you faced a challenge but you've overcome it successfully. This could be a practical challenge or it might be an emotional one. Write down how you overcame this challenge. And also write down the qualities that you needed in order to overcome it. This could be things like patience or assertiveness and so on. Once you've written down those 2 things and have started to think about yourself a little bit more positively, I want you to write down what you think your major strength or one of your major strengths is. When have you recognised yourself using this strength recently? Write this down. Next, think about a person that you are closest to. This might be a partner or a close friend or family member. If this person is really special to you, you will immediately be able to think about their strengths. However, there will be many things that you are good at that they aren't. So I want you to think of at least one of these things now. Perhaps you are very patient, but they are very impatient. Perhaps you work really well in a team, but they can only ever lead. Perhaps you're very good at thinking of the big picture in any situation, but they're very detail oriented and they get immersed in the detail and can't see the bigger picture. Write down all of the strengths that you have that are different to your closest person. Now imagine the person that knows you best in the world. Imagine they're sat there with you. If you were to ask them what they thought was your greatest strength, what would they say? And what would it be? Write it down and include how they know this about you. And lastly, I want you to write down one thing that you perceive is a weakness. I want you to find the strength within that weakness and write that down. So maybe you think you're really bossy. Well, are you actually very good at organising people? This is a strength. Or maybe you only ever see all the pitfalls in every project. But then, are you a details person? This is a strength. People who only ever see the big picture need you to help them see what steps to take and what steps not to take in order to get what they want. It's very powerful to be able to understand that some of the things you perceive as weaknesses can be called strengths if put to good use. Now, you should have a list of strengths, things that you're pleased with about yourself, things that have helped you to overcome challenges, things that other people recognise in you. Now, do you remember making paper fortune tellers as a child? You know, where your friend chooses a number or a colour and then you read them a forfeit or a fortune. Well, we're going to have a bit of fun now and we're going to make one of these for your strengths. You can make it as plain or as beautiful as you like. So to start with, you need a square piece of paper. So if you've only got a rectangle, fold your corner over like that, and then we need to tear off this extra piece at the end. Tear it off like that. So you've got your square, you need to fold it in half diagonally both ways. There we go. Open it up, and then we're going to fold each corner into the middle like this. So each point should reach the middle fold of your square of paper. And then when you've done that, fold them all in, turn the page over and do the same again. So we're going to put each corner into the middle, like so. And last one. And then when you've got it like that, you're going to fold in half to make a rectangle like that. So you've got a rectangle with two square flaps on each side. And then you might remember, you put your fingers in these bits and then it moves like your fortune teller. So now we're going to include the strengths. So on the outside you can write your colours, or you can write numbers, whatever you want. And then I'm going to open it up, and on each of these smaller triangles, so there's 8 smaller triangles, you're going to write again colours or numbers, it doesn't matter, whichever you want. And then the important bit, you're going to lift up your flaps, and under here you're going to write one of your strengths. So it might be patience, it might be that you're a details person, it might be kindness, and so on. Keep going until you've filled up all 8 flaps, and then fold it up, and there you have your fortune teller ready to go. This is a fun tool that I'd like you to take away and use for today's challenge. So go away and have a look at that statement that you wrote from day 2. So this was about that priority area of your life that you want to work on first. And the statement was exactly what it was that you wanted. I want you to look at the vision board you've created for yourself for this statement. Remind yourself how excited and how motivated you are about making changes in this area. Then you're going to take your fortune teller tool and ask someone to pick one of the colours on the outside. So let's say red, R-E-D. And then they're going to pick a number from inside. So let's say number 2. And then you go 1, 2. And then you'll have a look at it and pick one of those numbers. And I'm going to pick number 1. And you would open up number 1. And then you would read the strength written underneath. So mine says patience. So then I'd want you to think about how this strength will be useful to you in moving forward towards your statement and what it is that you want in that priority area of your life. Use the strengths fortune teller again twice more and think again about how those strengths that you uncover will help you to get the good future that you've imagined for yourself. Write down your findings and keep them to hand. Have fun using your strengths fortune teller, and you can use it whenever you face a new challenge.
If you have any questions about anything that you've seen or heard today, or you'd like to find out about more support that could be available to you, then please do get in touch. You can email and we will respond as quickly as we can and seek to see how else we might be able to help you, or if we can put you in touch with other people that might be able to offer more support that you need. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in to Lockdown to Liberty. We hope you found it helpful, and make sure that you come back tomorrow for more fitness and more thought. And we hope you have a really good day.